Good day everyone, I am Julian Kitay. Today I'm going to discuss how to make a dish garden. And I will define what is dish garden, what are the materials that can be used in making a dish garden, what are the steps or procedure in making a dish garden, and how to care a dish garden also. So what is dish garden? So dish garden is a garden of plants growing in a shallow dish or bowl for a container. So the dish garden can be landscape to represent a scene in nature. It is a miniature ecosystem. The plants used in a dish garden should be compatible, and cultivars that stay small or grow very slowly are most commonly used. So in making a dish garden, you have to select or you have to choose the plants that are slowly grow. So these are the examples of a dish garden. So as you can see, there are different styles in making a dish garden. So what are the materials that can be used in making a dish garden? So first we have container. Second, plants. Third is the soil. And also a decorative object like shells, stones, and figurines. So container. Look for a shallow open container with an interesting shape, appealing the colors and unique appeal that suits your personal style. The container can be any size, depending on how many or few plants you want to include. So, uh, the container, it is different size. So if you have a large size, then you can create a dish garden that has a more plants. Then second is plants. So when planning a dish garden, it's important to select plants that share similar growing needs in terms of light and water requirements. Since they will all be living together in one container, they will ensure all the plants will thrive. Next is the soil. So your soil mix must vary based on the plants that you will tend in each mini garden. So vermicompost serves as a natural fertilizer for the soil, therefore must be part of the soil mix too. So also a soil in a dish garden has a purpose. So you you have to consider what plants you are going to include or you are going to put it into your dish garden. So you have also to choose what kind of soil you are going to use. So the best example for fertilizer is the vermicompost. So last one is the decorative objects. So miniature figures and ground objects such as bits of wood, rocks, stones, and crystals make appropriate additions to a dish garden. So you have to select shapes, colors, and sizes to create interest and contrast. So in putting a decorative objects or in decorating your dish garden, you have also to consider the sizes of the objects that you wanted to put in there. So designing a dish garden. It is always best to design your dish garden before you plant. So just like when you make a product, of course, you have first design it. Then this includes choosing dish garden plants. So you have also to select what kind of plants you are going uh, to plant it into your dish garden. So select 3 or 5 plants in 2 or 3 inch or that is 5 to 8 centimeter pots that work well together and before you plant. So lay them in the containers so that you can get the most creative arrangement. So keep in mind that if all sides of the container will be seen, you will need to put the taller plants in the center. So if the garden will only be seen from the front, be sure to put the taller plants at the back. So from this uh, time, you have also to consider what kind of view is your dish garden. So if your dish garden or dish container should be seen in the all sides, so you have to consider uh, when or where will you put the bigger or the taller plants. Next is choose plants with attractive foliage, texture, and color. So that's very important too, that you have also to consider the choosing of the color of the plants. So you have to choose green and any color that suits to your style. So cacti and succulents are popular dish garden plants, but be sure not to plant them together as succulents need for more water than cacti. So we have steps to plan your design. So first, temporarily place and view the plants in the container. That's the first step. So you have to to temporarily place or put the plants in the container. Then second, look at your work from all sides and angles and from several distances, because through that you can able to identify whether it is uh, a nice design or not. Next is try your decorations. So this is the time that you have to put your decorative objects here. So a figurine can throw a few plants into miniature landscape. To see this effect, place the figurine in among the plants. So viewed from eye level, the plants swell to the size of trees. So in putting objects or decorative objects, you also have to consider the sizes of it. So the fourth one is on a sheet of paper, sketch a quick plan of your chosen arrangement or make an instant photo. So after that, you can sketch it and then, or you can take a photo then, so that that's the basis for you to do the final making of this garden. Okay, so the last one is gently remove the plants and set them aside. So after you have taken a picture in it, you have to set aside that. So after that steps, you have also that steps to plant your dish garden. So this is the steps in planting a dish garden. So number one, you have to begin to permanently plant your dish garden. Your follow your sketch. So since you have already your sketch, you have to follow it, and because this is the final making of your dish garden. So you have to follow it. Second one is build a small mound in the dish for each plant and spread the roots over the mound. So if a plant has an extremely large root system, prone its roots a little. So place a little more soil over the roots to hold the plants in a place. So soil is very important. So in order for the plants to grow, you have also to put that enough soil for it. So following your sketch or picture or photo, plant the remaining plants in this and the same way. So after following the sketch you made, you have to plant the remaining plants on the same way. So finish filing the container with soil. After planting it, finish leveling the soil or filing the consoler as the soil on it, and then water the soil and mist the leaves. So after you have to plant the plants into your dish garden, you have also to water it. And then lastly, you have to place your new dish garden in a warm, shaded location for 2 weeks to allow the fresh transplants to become established. So in 2 weeks, you have also to put that in the area with of course with sunlight, because plants need sunlight. So after that, we have steps to maintain your dish garden. How to maintain your dish garden? So number one, test the soil moisture with your finger. Okay, then several times each week. More slowly with lukewarm water. Water slowly with lukewarm water. So that is the number one step. So now the second one is turn the container every few days so that plants grow upright. So you have also to turn your dish garden in order to grow it properly. Next is fertilize infrequently. So over fertilizing causes plants to outgrow the container. So that's why you don't need to fertilize it every day. So you have to fertilize it uh, infrequently. So number four is repot when the plants grow too large for the container, or after a year or so when the soil nutrients deplete. So of course, if it will grow more, and then you have to repot it again or trim it. Then this garden fit just about anywhere. So you can put that anywhere from the kitchen counter to the mantle and even bathroom vanity. So they're a great way to bring nature indoors, brighten a room, and naturally clean indoor air. So since this garden is good in putting it in the room or indoor, so that will help clean the I mean give the fresh air, also oxygen. So with the right plants, this garden are maintenance free, thriving under any condition. So they help create a healthy home by removing toxins and create a calming influence that helps reduces stress. So this garden helps also to reduce your stress. So start now making your dish garden. So what are the benefits of this? So for the emotional benefits, so not only can plants feel at home, so with a burst of color and give caretakers something to nourish, this garden also evoke a spirit of peacefulness and serenity. So you can feel uh, peaceful, peace in your home if you have that. If you have a dish garden, then the mere presence of plants in our surroundings brings a feeling of refreshment. Of course, when you have a dish garden, you feel refreshed. Then we have also health benefits. So houseplants such as dish garden can filter our toxins in the environment, leaving your home full of fresh oxygen to promote peace and relaxation. So dish garden can also aid in eliminating airborne pollutants and adding humidity to the air, making it healthier for us to breathe. So if you have a dish garden, it gives you a healthy lifestyle because it gives you a fresh air to breathe. So we have a rubric. We have analytic rubric. So this is the analytic rubric example. Then we have also a holistic rubric. So this is the holistic example. So these are the references. Okay. Thank you so much and God bless.